Welcome to the Naija Filmmaker. This is a podcast designed for us to talk about Nigerian filmmakers, their films, and how we can build a diverse and functional industry. I'm your host, Selegot. Welcome back to the Naija Filmmaker. This is a monologue edition where there will be no guest. It's just me talking about different things. On this episode, I'll talk about myself to give you a bit of context about my filmmaking journey and what I hope to achieve with this podcast. In the future, I'll use this monologue to talk about simple principles that will help you on your filmmaking journey. I'll also talk about big ideas that can help our industry function better, or I might just use it to rant. So a bit about myself. I started my filmmaking journey in June 2011 where I attended the London Super Meet. This was a keynote event where Apple unveiled the Final Cut Pro X. At the event, there are various companies with their products such as Blackmagic Design, Genart, and Autodesk. At this event, the company showed you how you could use their software in your storytelling. I was intrigued about how you can change a film just by changing its color tone. Later that year, I decided to buy Final Cut Pro X, and throughout my stay at college, I made different videos that were shown at school events. During my undergrad, I decided I wanted to study something closely related to film, but I wanted to diversify a bit, so I decided to study computer science and multimedia. In school, I was able to take some modules in the film department, and I always look forward to attending those lectures. In 2015, just before graduation, I decided to work with some friends and make my first film. After we finished writing the script, we got some equipment from the television studio. We sent out a casting call online and also bought some props. During shooting, we had a great time and we used different locations on campus to shoot. So I started post-production for the film and it was not quite what I wanted to make. But in order to have something to show the cast and crew, who worked very hard on the film, I decided to push on and finish it. When the film was ready, I sent a link to the cast and crew, and everybody shared their feedback on how the film could be better. But the biggest lesson I learned is that you have to have a really good story. After university, I applied to various film schools and I got into the London Film Academy. At the London Film Academy, we started our different film exercises, from screenwriting to producing to shooting to sound. We're being taught by working industry professionals and we're using some of the best equipment. During our 1-minute project, which is called Super Shots, everybody had to write and direct the film. And for 8 days, we worked in different roles on each other's films, which included being the assistant director, the gaffer, the director of photography, the sound mixer, the boom operator, the clapper loader, and the focus puller. Throughout that year, I worked on different film projects and I got to produce 2 films. When I was producing, it was important for me to complete all my paperwork and also for the cast and crew to eat good food. I realized that this had the potential to lift the mood on set. We had career development sessions where we were encouraged to network and also widen our portfolio. When I finished film school, I came back to Nigeria and I realized that there were a lot of systems that we didn't have in place. For example, when characters needed to be cast in a movie, the producers had to invite a large number of people, which meant that the casting team could possibly see up to 100 people in a day. To me, this was a stressful way of casting because if we had a dedicated casting website, we would have sent out a casting call and narrowed down the people to be invited for auditions based on their looks and their past experience. I was also frustrated that there was no location database. I believe that having some of these solutions will simplify our lives and preparing for a shoot won't have to be so stressful. So as time goes on, I'll see how I can contribute to solving some of these problems permanently. So now about what my specializations are. I'm a director, cinematographer, and editor. About some of the type of film and TV series I like. I like police procedurals primarily because of the problem solving that goes into solving cases. I also enjoy TV series like Fargo, Black Earth Rising, and Homecoming. I like them for their well-developed characters and plots, their intricate cinematography, and their minimalist scores. I enjoy films by Christopher Nolan, David Fincher, and Denis Villeneuve. For the kind of films I like to make psychological thrillers. I'm also interested in making anthology series and documentaries. This is not meant to be an exhaustive list. It's just a summary of some of the things I like watching and some of the things I would like to make. To wrap up, I hope you follow me on my filmmaking journey as I strive to create compelling characters, authentic stories, and entertain you in the process. I also hope you continue listening as I talk to various talented individuals in the Nigerian creative space. I hope you're inspired to make your first film, to keep the dream alive with your creative pursuits, and to appreciate Nigerian films better. We have come to the end of this episode. Please remember to leave a rating and a review. You can send in your questions and feedback on social media. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at @selegofilm, and the podcast also on Instagram and Twitter at the Naija Film Pod. See you on the next episode. Have a good one.